Galen Hall on the button has posted the small blind and is first to speak. Looks down at 8-4 offsuit.
You can widen your range heads up and raise almost any 2 cards profitably from the button.
He's made it 450,000. Oliver has ace deuce in the big blind. He'll make the call.
Chris makes the call.
And we will see a flop. The flop is 3-5 deuce. It's an up and down straight draw for Hall. Oliver still leads with a pair of 2s and a gut shot straight draw.
This is a good flop for Hall to continuation bet.
Oliver is checked to him. Hall makes a C bet of 575,000.
Oliver won't be going anywhere.
Makes the call. The turn is the 2 of hearts. Trip 2s now for Oliver. Hall still has the straight draw. Oliver checks a second time.
He checks the best turn card in the deck so Hall can fire again.
But Hall checks behind.
Let's see the river card.
Hall makes a straight on the river, but Oliver has a full house.
The absolute worst card in the deck for Hall as he makes a wheel. How much money is he gonna lose is the real question.
Oliver sets the trap. He checks to him.
What a trap indeed. He's just praying his opponent has a 4, as he does.
Hall makes a value bet with his straight of 2 million.
That is a full pot size bet. Now it's going to be back on Oliver. He is contemplating exactly how much he can check raise. Galen Hall has 9.5 million chips behind. There are 4 million chips in the pot.
Chris Oliver shoves on Galen Hall. He's trying to end it here.
As wild as Oliver is, it's still highly unlikely he ever shows up with the stone cold bluff.
Can Galen Hall get away from this?
Only if he dismisses the idea of Oliver turning missed diamonds or a pair into a bluff and interprets this all-in overbet as a pure value bet to end it all.
That is a large bet.
Large, it's twice the pot.
If Galen Hall calls here with his straight, the tournament is over and Chris Oliver has won the 2011 PCA.
Oliver's image is telling Hall to call.
But something in his gut is telling him it doesn't add up, it's not right. And he makes the laydown! Galen Hall gets away from the straight. That is an amazing fold.
Since he realized he was chopping the pot at best, he cut his losses and made a spectacular fold.
Spoiler alert, Galen Hall went on Seidel here, which means we're only going to see his hole cards.
Sweating with one of the best in the world. I love it.
Ivanovic completes.
Check.
Seidel's hand is Jack 4 of diamonds. He's checked his option.
I like a free flop with his hand, sure.
Only 1 diamond on the flop.
Yeah.
Seidel has checked. And Ivanovic checks behind. Oh, there's another diamond. Hello, flush draw.
Finally.
Here comes a bet from Ivanovic, 300,000.
Totally fine with a call here.
There is the call. The river card is a heart. Seidel with just jack high.
So now we just want a free showdown.
I don't think Seidel's going to get it. Ivanovic bets 525K.
Well, for me personally, this is an insta-fold. I just don't see how we're ever winning here. Yes, we know he tries to win every single pot, but we're losing to some of his bluffs even. But Eric Seidel, not me. He's a really good poker player, and it looks like he's thinking about heroing.
Heroing with jack high? I still can't quite believe he is thinking about calling this. He's called with jack high.
Makes a call I wouldn't make.
And he's right.
And wins a pot I wouldn't win. In a tournament I would never be in.
Wow, behold the master at work.
That is 5-0 for the old-timer. Urbanovic is getting his lunch eaten, and he knows it.
Dyer here deciding to race it up with 8-6.
Maybe he's learned a trick or two from his favorite player, being Adam Junglin, who we just saw knocked out of the table.
Raises to 72,000, small blind pass.
Sander Liloff is the chip leader. And he will call in the
Sander
big
calls,
blind with his pocket
72,000.
fives.
And Dyer is checking back to see, what did I have again? I knew it was crap. 8-6, oh, okay, that was it.
Flop is 9 of spades, check of diamonds, 4 of spades.
And the question is, who's going to bet at this pot first?
Sender checks.
The answer is Greg Dyer.
You would think that that was enough to just take down this pot then.
11,000.
He could
Or,
very,
sorry, 110,000.
he could very easily
110.
have a jack, a 9, or a pair higher than fives.
I said 11. It's not a.
So therefore, you should have to make the minimum bet.
Oh,
I,
Oh, that's the correct rule.
okay.
Mark Telcher's playing the role of tournament director.
Okay. Great.
Well, what that in essence means is that Sander Liloff gets a free card right now.
24 is the minimum, right?
Yeah, that's the bet. 24.
24.
Unfortunately, Greg got caught up in his words, and he's been punished for it.
Turn card is a 7 of diamonds.
Well, now, Greg Dyer has picked up a straight draw.
And a 5 is sure to have caused a lot of action on this river.
That might be enough to get Sander Liloff to lay
140,000.
down the fives. He might put Greg on a draw. A couple of spades, a couple of diamonds, the straight draw out there as well. And that's probably why he has called here.
River card, 4 of clubs.
And Greg Dyer misses on the river.
This is an interesting pot right now.
Sender's
I mean, I
first
would
to
not
speak.
expect Liloff to make that call in the turn. But he
Sender
has,
checks.
and having made that call in the turn, he has to make the call in the river as well.
Well, Greg Dyer can only win this hand by betting. But can he make a big enough bet to get Liloff to lay down his hand?
Well, right now, Dyer is hoping, in a sense, that Liloff was on a draw, because if he wasn't on a draw, he's already made up his mind. He called on turn, he's going to call on river, and that's what we see people
Greg
doing
makes a
so
bet of
often here,
300
getting called in these situations.
and
But is Liloff experienced
30,000.
enough here?
330,000.
It's a big bet from Greg Dyer. And I'm not sure if I was sitting there with a pair of fives, staring at that board and playing the hand back in my head, I could make the call, but that's
And
what he
he-
And
does.
Sender says
That is an
call.
amazing
Showdown,
call, but it's not a good play by Dyer because he
6-8 is
knows
the
that
hand for
Liloff
Greg,
made his choice in the turn.
which is 8 high, and with a pair of 5.
That's a
Sender
pot
makes a
of
big call, wins the
1.1
bet.
million. With Queen 8 here. He calls.
Ah, limps in. Okay.
Dimov has 8-10 of hearts.
Yeah, just go ahead and touch the chips again with that hand.
He checks his option. A 9-7 deuce flop, so Dimov's up and down. Parfus ahead for now with Queen high. He bets 200k.
He seems kind of frustrated.
Quick call from Dimov. A 6 on the turn. That's the straight for Dimov.
Remember before I was saying Danny Parlafis is running good? Well, now he's running really, really bad.
Action goes check, check. Oh no, a 5 on the river. Parlafis now with the dummy end of the straight.
He is running worse than the family from Honey Boo Boo.
Wow. Look at this. Dimov makes a huge overbet. There was 680,000 in the middle. He's bet 1.2 million.
I mean, Dimov has literally the only hand that Parlafis is losing to. I do not see him folding here. If he folds here, actually, I will take my shirt off and run around the building.
How good can you run?
Around the building with my shirt off? Better than the family from Honey Boo Boo.
He's folded!
All right, well, James, if you can verify.
The shirt is coming off in honor of Danny Parlafis, who just made an incredible fold. Panker's got 10s in the small blind.
And Dominic's going to be 3-betting here more often than a hypochondriac checks WebMD.
So this is a re-raise to 850,000, and Monturi's got queens in the big.
Oh, no.
Really bad news for Dominic Panker.
4-bet alert.
And tens is not a hand you're going to get away from often in a three-handed game.
Nope. I see Dominic getting away from this less often than Carmen Sandiego gets away from the gumshoes.
So Monturi's made it more than 2 million. Messina has folded. And now it's do or die time for Dominic Panker.
In this case, probably do and die.
Oh, wow! He folds!
How did he do that? He's genuinely either not human or has got a live tail on Monturi the size of the T1 million.
An incredible laydown.
I'm speechless.